The next imminent listing that we will have on Gates.io is we have probably the most number of like tokens listed amongst all the major exchanges.
Do you know how many?
3,700 plus.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot. I don't remember any pitch like at the events, like right at that moment.
No,
but
you
I'll
can't.
remember people and people's story. If you tell me a good story, I'll remember it. Like I'll come back. Oh, you that guy.
Yeah.
Just start sponsor the Italian Football Cup. Red Bull Racing offline events is as important, if not more important. Whenever the adaptions actually finally come, people was like, oh yeah, Gates.io, there's been around. They connected. They associate the brand with like all the successful teams in football and Formula One, etc.
Yeah.
You've reached Toby and Brent. We'll get back to you.
Now, Kevin, I'm very, very excited to have you here in Dubai.
Yeah.
I mean, we have been on Twitter Spaces together, on Zoom calls, on Telegram chats, maybe even a WhatsApp chat at some point. I'm not fully certain, but it's great to meet you in flesh.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Toby.
I'm jealous about your skin and your hair.
Yeah, well, I'll give you some tips later on. Yeah,
I was just in Korea literally for 24 hours, and I think my girlfriend bought 2 suitcases full of Korean skincare, and now she's like, "You need to use it because it's getting challenging."
Yeah.
So I'm jealous, but I'm also very excited to have you here, bro. Tell us a bit more. Who is this Kevin that's everywhere?
Well, I'll start with the basics. I'm the Chief Business Officer of Gates.io, which is a very deceiving title because like I don't get my hands on the business, any business these
What does that
days.
title mean?
No, it doesn't mean anything. That's the beauty, right? I guess what I'm doing is like 2 big mandates, is like one being the super connector. I gotta be out there, make sure I talk to the community, talk to the business partners, talk to the investors, talk to anyone that have interest in Gates, see what they need, right? What's the problem? How we can solve the problem, and introduce and connect them to the right team. We pretty much like a crypto supermarket, right? Just like Citibank is a bank, it's a supermarket of like banks. We have everything, but like people don't talk about it or don't know about it.
Yeah.
So I am being that super connector to make sure people get
The
into
voice.
the right solutions and right products. And the other thing is, as you mentioned, like I want to connect to our communities online and offline. So you see my face, you see my like Twitter, X.
I love it, by the way.
Yeah,
the videos you do is sick.
It's not an NFT. It's my face. It's my real name. You go around, you see me. I say hi. I'm a real person, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been like thinking if I'm real in the last few months, but I am. So I guess that's make a good personal touch, which I think has been lacking in the last couple of years. So being out there, show my face, talk to our community, and more importantly, to listen to our community is what I do right now.
I want to take a little step back before Gate, because I mean you play instruments, right? You do so many other things. Tell me, how did this whole career fall into place?
Wow, it's gonna take another 2 hours, so sit tight. Yeah,
I have time.
you have the time. Yeah. I guess it starts from when I was in uni, which is like 20 years ago. By the way, don't do the math. It's 20 years ago. I was in a double degree program where I studied business administration and software engineering.
Yeah.
So I always in a space where I want to bring the right technology to the business world, being the translator of like 2, very different world,
the
right?
bridge.
And I got like super lucky. That was the time when I graduated. There's like no job for this field, like intersection. But it started with like algorithmic trading in banks, which started in Asia when I just graduated. It was a cool thing, by the way. Back then, algo trading was cool. Now it's like everyone and the mom know how to algo trade. Then I feel like I want to have a career, not being a specialist.
Yeah.
I want to be a generalist. So I left the field in finance, and I joined Yelp. Actually, I was the Yelp, the general manager in Hong Kong. Tried to expand them to this side of the world.
Yeah.
Didn't quite work out because that was the president up there for the very first term, and everyone's go like American first, so like they're all going back to the States. Then cryptos comes in. I was like, oh my God, this is my thing, without me realizing
When was this?
Oh, that's like another 2 hour story. No, I mean, like as like crypto industry in general speaking, it's like the perfect blend of like technology, but like you still need people who know how to do business to be in the space, right? I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect for me. It's made for me without me knowing it, realizing it when I graduated back 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's how I like slowly moved away from the banking's world. So that's...
So you got into banking because that was like your first idea of like bridging the technology to the business.
Yeah, I couldn't say it's my ideas. That was probably the only thing that's actually, make the most paycheck, obviously.
Yeah, and also good starting base to like kind of learn everything.
Yeah.
And then when did you get into crypto?
Okay, wow. So first ever purchase of cryptos like 2013.
Oh wow, so you're early.
Yeah, early. I was backpacking in Australia. I was just like on Reddit, just like going around. It was the all-time high, by the way. It was $140. 140.
I
was like the all-time high. I was just like, oh, am I buying the high? And it dropped to 90. Like right after, dropped to 90. I was like, this thing is a scam.
Yeah.
I forgot about this at all. I just go on backpacking in Australia, going around, surfing. And 2017, it went up to 20,000 for the first time.
Did you sell all the ones you bought at this point?
No. I just forgot about all those Bitcoins that I had in the account.
I put money in, whatever, it didn't work.
Yeah. 2017, I forgot about my password already. I upgrade my phone so I don't have my 2FA. I was like, classic story. I was like, oh my God, where's my Bitcoin? Talk to the customer support. I was just like, this is my face. This is my ID, holding it, doing all kind of things. Got it back.
Oh, really?
Got it back. Yeah, I got it back. Yeah. I saw it back then. I got married. So
what did you use in order to?
My wedding banquet. It's almost broke me. No. It didn't. I was on record. Like my wife's probably watching this. So no. I used it to fund like part of my wedding banquet. In Hong Kong, it's cost money, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not the end of the story. The end of the story is like when I finally got into the crypto industry as a career. I told this story to my ex-colleague now. They're like, well, you could have not sell your Bitcoins and not get married, and it's a win-win situation.
No,
I was like, wow, no, yes, I don't want to comment. But yeah, that's the story.
I love that. So like you backpacked in Australia. Are you like a travel guy per se?
I would say, yes, I like to travel. I'm not complaining about traveling, even in Dubai with all the hits and traffic. Australia was a little bit different because like I work in an Australian bank for like 9 years.
Also, you moved to Australia at this point?
In Hong Kong. I even picked up the accent. You probably didn't, this is not the Hong Kong accent,
no,
right?
It's definitely not Hong Kong accent.
So I picked up the accent on the way when I work in an Australian bank with the Aussies in Hong Kong and learn about credit as well. And then they've been saying, oh yeah, Australia's great. You have to go here, you have to go there. So like stop telling me that I would go see myself. So it was a great time. It's probably the one single year that I will never regret. I'm doing this, and it's probably the best year that I ever have.
Because it's not a thing backpacking in Asia, right? Like, I mean, for us Europeans, I don't know how it is in Asia, but like in Europe, everybody, I mean, you finish high school and then people go backpacking. They go to Australia, they go to Southeast Asia.
I met so many Germans in Australia.
That's half of Germany's there.
Yeah, they told me like every year there's like 4 million Germans going in and out of Australia. Yeah, backpacking, working holiday.
Yeah, that's like literally, what is it, like 15% of the population of Australia. It's just German at this point.
So I guess that's like how I got into like just like really good like networking, making friends, and then just going around,
kind of improving people skills and like all these different things.
Yeah.
This is something I think everybody should do in his life, right? Because I mean, there's so many founders we meet and people we meet, and like people need to be out there. They need to like backpack, meet people, be in these situations where they need to like just cold talk to someone. Yeah. Right? And be like, help me, I'm lost. Help me. My hostel is horrible. I have cockroaches everywhere. The hot water doesn't work.
Exactly.
Right? It builds a character, in my opinion. It builds a character. And my brother was in New Zealand right after he graduated. I was in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very common thing. But it's not a very common thing in Asia, right? A lot of people go backpacking.
No, I mean,
Not so much, right?
You're like Asia, you just like, oh yeah, be a doctor, be a lawyer, have a career, and get married, have 2 kids and a dog, kind of thing. So you have to go a little bit more out there to be, adventurous, so to speak, to be that. Well, that's the same for crypto, right? Like, who wants, like, if your parents was like, oh yeah, go into crypto, like no one ever said that. Yeah.
Your parents know about crypto?
They know that I'm on television and YouTube. They probably don't know what I'm doing. No kidding. They know about crypto.
Our son is famous. Our son is famous. He's everywhere. His face is everywhere.
But yeah, they do know cryptocurrency and the industry. I would just say, well, it's just like trading in banks, but like not in banks.
That makes sense. It does make sense. I mean, that's why I left the banking world as well.
Exactly.
Because I was like, this is a dumpster fire. It's so painful.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time when you realize like how fast you can send money from A to B, that was like the breaking moment for me.
I know.
Because I had to always send money back to like Asia to Germany.
Yep.
And at this point in time, there wasn't like, a fast piece, right? I had to use like some of the services that were out there that were either super expensive and it was a pain.
Yeah.
Right? And then eventually I could just do it stable coins and like send it. And then people off-ramped it. And it was just like, wow, no one's asking me, no one's stopping this transfers. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. That's like where I was like, hey, there's just so much potential for this technology. And I want to do my career in this field. And, I'm from a village in Germany. There's 4,000 people. No one knows about crypto. I mean, new people know about crypto because they've probably been scammed before, or like they've seen some of the big news articles, right? FTX collapses and the guy goes in jail and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I have no idea what the use case is, what they're doing. And I'm kind of like my week per year in Germany, I'm kind of like the messias, right? I'm coming and be like, use crypto. Try it out. It's the best thing in the world.
Also, you make a good point as well. You don't explain the technology to them, right? Tell them the use case.
Oh no, I don't. Because I don't even understand myself, right? I mean, because like honestly speaking, like every founder always comes to us and like drops this like hardcore tech talk. Right. And I get the gist of it, right? I mean, I understand what he's talking about, but like it doesn't help me, right? Like it doesn't help anyone. Like for me, it's like it works, great, right? That's all I need.
Yeah.
But like how it works and like all these different things, and like they sent me like the GitHub and stuff. It's great for my DD team.
Yeah.
Right. They do all the stuff. But like from like understanding the messaging, like understanding the vision, like, and we had this on pitches, right? I mean, it.
Yeah.
Right. It really makes a big difference. And that's why I love founders who kind of like in your spirit, right? I backpack, I've been out there, I talk to people because now they understand.
What's the worst pitch that you have heard of like this week?
This week? I mean,
or like ever. That would be really bad then.
Like for me, the worst pitches are when people come, because like, first of all, there's so very few people that can read the room.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, they know you're hosting your gate thing, right? 12 years skate. There's like, I don't know how many people were there. A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Right. And then they'd be like, hey, Kevin, we talked on Telegram before. Right. And great, because you're the only person I'm talking to on Telegram, right? And then it's like, here's my product. And then they show you what it's doing. And then they start going through the product and be like going into technical things where they show me a diagram, how the flow of the blockchain goes.
In a single breath.
In a single breath. That's
a skill,
and it just
by
doesn't
itself.
stop.
Yeah, I know, right?
It was funny because today I was at an event we did, and like I really needed to go to the bathroom. Right? Yeah. I really need to go to the bathroom. I was like dying. And then on the way to the bathroom, I was like caught up by like probably 6 people. And I always try to be nice, right? At least like, hey, good to meet you. Thanks for coming, right? Let's connect, blah, blah, blah. Usual thing. And then I said it, I think like 10 times to this guy, right? I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I really need to pee. Like I really need to go. And he was like, yeah, this is a blockchain phone. I was like, sorry, bro, I gotta run. I don't know what's gonna happen if I stand longer.
Well, you probably also got lucky as well. If you run into, like at the same time, run into my case where like people try to pitch you at the washroom, you'll have a really bad time.
No,
have you seen it before?
Not
It's
I mean, in the washroom, yes.
in the washroom,
but not at the
not in
not
the
at the
action, not in
station.
the action. Yeah,
Not at the station.
Yeah,
But like, I wouldn't be surprised this is happening.
yeah. It's just like,
And it's like,
Kevin, right? Yeah. Can I talk to you for a second? Yeah. Well, not here.
trying to wash my hands, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little
Exactly.
challenging right now. But I think that's what, and I get if this is the CTO doing it, right? Like if he is here because CEO
Yeah.
didn't have a time, and
Yeah.
I understand, right? Okay, like he's obviously in a very different level of what he or she focuses on. But then like when the CEOs are in that perspective, and for me it's very important to just get to know people a little bit, right? I'm
Yeah.
not telling you to tell me your life story, but it's like, hey, the weather's nice. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from France. Oh, France is cool.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just have like have
small
like
talks. Yeah.
the 20-second kind of like, not just this transactional, oh, you're an investor, you have money, I need to talk to you, right? Because that's just already like, and most of the companies we invested in, most of the companies that invested in our fund, all these different things are through relationships.
Yeah.
Right? Like you meet the person and then like you meet them again, or like you set up a call, whatever. And it's just like, it becomes like a flow of, I always like to compare it to dating.
Agree. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe look before you're married, right? When
Yeah.
you were backpacking, it's like meet with someone and you want to have a conversation, and it's not just like, oh, here's my checkbook and like this is what I want, this is what we're gonna do, and like please tell me everything about you and I tell you everything about me, right? It's
Yeah.
like that's why I like hosting parties, and I think
Yep.
you're kind of a kindred spirit, because like at these parties, that's where I made my best connections.
Yeah.
It's not at a pitch room. It's not listening to someone speak. It's where I actually spend a little bit of time and you have a good memory.
Yeah, exactly. So like I would have to generally tell you that like I don't remember any pitch like at the events, like right at that moment.
No,
but
you
I'll
can't.
remember people and
Yeah.
people's story. So like if you tell me a good story, I'll remember it. Like I'll come back. Oh, you that guy.
Yeah.
So I think just people got it wrong. Also at like they always saying that they are the business. They have the best product. Hold on a second, the same product, that's the best. I've heard about it like 5 times.
And everyone
just
is the
today.
best.
Yeah, everyone's come to me as the best. No one's telling me it's like, oh, we're second best in the industry. So everyone's the best, and that's kind of numb, right? I mean, it's just like it's kind of feel like all like ChatGPT kind of sales pitch.
Yeah.
I want a genuine story from you. I want to actually talk to a human people. Like before it becomes all AI, right? This is the moment. But yeah, that's I guess that's
my best tagline is, we don't need the money, but we just want to have like good people involved. And we're raising $2 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you need the money because you have not raised anything yet. So, but I get it, right? Like it's fine. Like that's what we're here for, right? Like we want to support people. And with Gate Ventures, it's like the same thing, right? Like you have obviously a natural thing. But before we go completely off topic, I want to bring it back to that you were in crypto, right? You got your money back. You paid for your wedding. When did you get in contact with Gate, and how was that?
It was, it's more than 2 years ago now. So they, we want to expand in Hong Kong because the regulatory regime were actually it's coming to a deadline where you have to apply at a certain deadline to get into the transitional period in Hong Kong. I'm sure you remember that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not a crypto bro, right? Like 16 years in banking and then 2 years in regulated crypto exchange in Hong Kong. Before I moved to Gates, I was like, okay, I'll help you to build the platforms. Obviously, now we know for a lot of reasons, mostly because of the commercial factors.
Yeah.
None of the global exchange actually got the license in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Like all the exchanges that have license in Hong Kong are either local exchange or like China, Hong Kong joint ventures, which is another story for another time. But I'm more like a not crypto bro, institutional guy, professional, but at the same time, I was just like, well, you know what? Gates is a big company, right?
Yeah.
Where can I help more? Where I can step into, help you guys to do more interactions, connections, or public speaking, or partying, dancing, guitar, anything.
I like
right?
your job description.
Yeah. So DJs maybe. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
What's happening here? With big things to announce.
Yeah.
Token 2049 Singapore.
Yeah. But yeah, that helps. Like I would say, a lot of people see me as like, this is the living the dream. This is the best jobs in the world. So I wouldn't disagree. But also I still want to do a lot of like things at the back end where I want to help. Like I'm like a nerd. I want to look at data. I want to look at numbers. I want to crunch it. Then I do it behind the scenes as well while I'm just doing all these things on.
What do you enjoy more? Is it the front facing thing or the back?
I would say it's always, I know it's a cliche, but it's always good to have a mix. I can't do like 4 weeks of Dubai like we had in the last few days. A few days is manageable. 4 weeks, or like if you ask me to live here and do it every weekend, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I used to do it, I can't do it anymore. At the same time, I like writing. I like numbers. These are things that it would take time. You have to sit down. You have to turn off your Telegram so that you can raise the focus on those things. This is the things I really enjoy as well. Especially you can find the patterns. You can get a good result out of those things, and it's tangible. This is something that I really enjoy as well. But again, good mix would be the best.
And I'd love to understand for you being like really on the inside of things, right? I mean, there's a lot of exchanges out there.
Yeah.
And there's coming more.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people are launching new exchanges.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that, yeah.
We definitely will.
Yeah.
But tell me a little bit, like, what do you think like is unique for you for Gate? Like, what do you think enabled that kind of branding and growth?
So two things. Like first is we've been around for 12 years, as you know. We have this 12 years anniversary party thing. It's a long time. It's like eternity in crypto.
Yeah.
It's 3-4 cycles already. So I think that the durations is already a proof of resilience, right? Obviously, we have like all other things, like we have the securities, we have the full license with Vara, by the way. We just got it on Monday.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Take all the credits on record. No, I can't take any of the credits. Yeah, we have amazing team working on this. But like everything's like important, but like no one can replicate 12 years until like maybe 12 years later. Like we have this 12 years already. Wow, like a lot of exchange, like 5, 6, 7 different years. So it's a proof of resilience, and we've been around for a long time. People remember that they have
Gate one of the oldest exchanges.
It is like
right?
With like I can't name names, but like you say maybe 2 or 3 more like around our time. Yeah. Then the rest is from the second cycle from like 2017 and 18.
That's where most came from.
Yeah, and then I don't think there's like a lot coming from the 21 cycle, and even less in this cycle.
I mean,
for centralized exchange,
some, but
this is
most
like
of them
DEX,
are not.
Right?
Yeah.
It really can't hard to get into the space right now. It's like the operational cost is too high. But the second thing that really differentiate us from others, like we want to be the gateways to crypto, right? This is our slogan. We want to have a fair platforms for our users to invest. We have to fair platforms for project to list. We have probably the most number of like tokens listed amongst all the major exchanges.
Do you know how many?
3,700 plus.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. But also, I mean, we do our due diligence and everything, right? Again, we really.
I'm just like, this is a operational like excellence.
Yeah.
I mean, managing 3,700 listed tokens.
And everything's front to back, right? You have like the deposit withdrawal, settlement, etc., on different chains as well. But the thing is, we do our due diligence, but like we just want to make sure they're not scam. But we can't make sure we don't have crystal balls. We can't make sure it would always 10x, 20x, right?
Yeah.
This is up to the users to invest. They take the risk. They know they have their own risk appetite. They invest. We're as an exchange, we're neutral. So you guys go list. We help you guys. We facilitate you guys to connect and invest and trade. So I guess that's why we've been around, because people like that idea.
Yeah, I like that idea of like just being. I mean, it's not just like just listing, right? I mean, you just mentioned like you have so many other products that people can tap into, and so I mean, how many people are there at Gate?
A lot. a lot.
Putting you on the spot
yeah,
right here.
yeah, but yeah, you did. I was just like, I have like, yeah, compliance training coming in. Yeah, okay, yes, yeah. We have a lot of people around the world right now, and we're probably going to hire more in Dubai after we got the license.
Yeah.
But the key thing is, we want to do everything with a purpose of like solving a real world problem. Even for Gates charity, we did a charity event in Vietnam where we built a football field for a primary school.
Oh, really?
Proper, yeah, like turf, everything. It's really nice. But then it's I don't know. So the next, the World Cup's like coming in Vietnam. We take the credits.
You should.
I should take the credits. Yeah.
I hope I get a VIP pass.
Yeah. So as you said, ventures team, like our Gates Labs with incubation as well, and all the custody that we have, institutional teams, and even Gates Charity. Gates Learn, like they all serve a purpose. Not exactly always like business purpose. We're not making money from like Gates Charity or Gates Learn. But there is a purpose, and we want to delegate resources and staff into those different divisions.
Because a lot of companies that we work with are invested in, and obviously at some point I'm looking for an exchange, right? And Gate is always one of the key players for most of them. So what can you give to any founders that want to work with Gate? Right? Like, what's the process? Is there a process? How does it work?
Yeah, well, first they have to buy me a drink, and no, I think it's...
Me also, by the way.
Yeah. I think you want to go on to like social media trying to find the right team. You probably can't. You see this face, and it's like, oh, right, find Kevin first. Then I'll be the ones like, look, if you already have a token, you were like, well, yeah, go listing, right? Or if you're just starting, you haven't actually TG yet, maybe you can talk to the ventures team, see how it starts. So I kind of like stepping in again as a facilitating super connector kind of thing, just to make sure everyone got what they need, right? Someone's coming in really strong. I want to talk to your head of listing. Yeah, but for what? Like, tell me how I can help you. Help me help you, right?
Is that a challenge that a lot of people just don't even know, like, what they're actually looking for?
Oh, yeah, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. Or like, okay, maybe not on listing, just like looking for a job. It's like, oh, can you tell me if I'm a good fit of like Gates.io? Is there a job for me? So like, what do you mean? Like, do you want to go to your CVs and see if you're like technical enough, or like, are you a BD, and then I recommend a job for you to join us? It's not possible, right? It's just like, or you have a job in mind and you send me a CV. It's like, oh, please, can you help me with this job and talk to HR? Maybe, yeah. I do have like a lot of CVs coming in. It's like, oh, is there a job for me? Any job? Tell me. You tell me. I was like,
do your magic, Kevin.
No, yeah. Ignore.
What am I good at?
Anyway, so that's not a crypto problem. I think it's just a general problem with people. It's like how to communicate. They look at themselves and look at their own problem, but not looking at the other side of it. They're not stepping into others' shoes as often.
But how do you? I mean, for me, it becomes a problem, the volume of requests and stuff, right? I mean, the more you're out there, the more you're public, the more people are going to find you, right?
Yeah.
And you're not really hiding yourself, right?
Yeah.
Or like the way people can reach you, your Telegram handle, your X account, right? I mean, how do you keep up with that volume of requests being hiring or listing, whatever it is?
Yeah, I guess I just have to be more Asian, I guess, in a way. Can I say that? I don't know, my compliance not calling me.
You're good.
Yeah, just like be very efficient about like being, I would say I'm always really open and direct and sometimes blunt. Like I was like, well, we don't need this, not for now. Like we're happy to keep in contact. Like I'll just stop right at the first message. It's like, no, we don't need that coffee catch up or like 30 minutes call. Let's just wait something down the line. It's much easier, and it's probably easier for the other side as well. They don't have to waste time on me for now, right? We can still keep the connections, and maybe some time in some way forms we can work out together. But I think that's helped everyone.
But is it you? You have EAs doing that for you, or like is it you literally going through?
I know,
everything?
right? Could you just like put on record, say like tell them that I actually need an assistant or something? I no.
Kate, get him an assistant.
I want genuine human touch.
Yeah.
You see my like posts on LinkedIn or Twitter, you would know that no one managing my Twitter or LinkedIn account. I wrote them, and I want to reply to people knowing this is me. So I guess EA would help in some way or forms, but you know, in 3 years time, we will have the robot from Elon Musk anyway. So yeah. So I'm waiting for the robot. I would have it custom made.
Nice.
Yeah.
Female or male?
Yeah, we talk about it all the way female, of course. Yeah.
I get that.
Is it only binary? Like you
No.
you would get yourself cancelled. Like no, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think the
fully
robot
agree.
can identify themselves as
whatever they want.
gender. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm totally open. I'm very
AI's lives matter. Yeah.
That one.
I would take that, right?
No, it's very interesting. Just like, you know, I think the space is obviously also growing a ton, right? So like more and more people entering, more and more things are happening. Because I remember when it's 2017, 2018, I mean, the volume wasn't as much as it's now, right? I mean, even just like considering how big conferences and events are getting, and like the founders that are in, the builders, the investors, the exchanges. So it's going to be a very interesting way of how this plays out. And, you know, if we ever find a more efficient way of doing business than on Telegram.
Yeah.
Right?
Because Telegram's. Yeah.
Telegram has its limitations, and Telegram has very good things. I mean, it works. You can now finally do groups, right? And like finally you can scan on Telegram. Wow, what a wonder. But at the same time, it's literally like I spend 80% of my day on Telegram, right? And then the other 20 is on Zoom or like in in-person meetings. So we'll see how that goes. But what I really like about Gate is that, and we do the same thing, is like, I think you guys made and correct me if I'm wrong, a big push of getting to the community.
Yep.
Right? Because a lot of companies out there, especially when they already have a decent size, they kind of disconnect from, they become this like difficult to reach, like kind of black box type thing.
Yeah.
Right? What most of the big banks are like this. How do you get there? I have no idea. Right? But I think in crypto, what I like is some companies understand that like community matters. People matter. Yeah. Right? And like that's how you eventually, over a longer period of time, as it gets more and more competitive, that's how you can keep your rank, and you can also position yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And I think with Token of Love, I'd love to get your thoughts of how that mindset changed and where it is now.
Exactly. So I think historically, Gate has amazing products that no one knows about. Like it's amazing itself. Like the user experience is not there. Like it's just like really hiding somewhere, like after 15 different clicks.
Yeah.
And then no one's talk about it out there. And certainly, like you're right. Like running exchange easy. Like everything's automated, right? You like matching. You don't need to have a human touch. But from like around 18 months ago, we think we have to change it. We have to be out there. We have to, as I said before, talk to our community, and more importantly, to listen to our community. And to do that, of course, we can do it online. Like we do space and we do things, but like offline events is as important, if not more important.
Yeah.
That's why in this cycle, we like just start sponsor Inter Milan Football Club, the Italian football club, and also Red Bull Racing, the Formula One team.
I got a present for you.
Of course. Right.
Cannot miss it. We cannot miss it.
All right.
I'm a big fan of Red Bull, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
That's the most commercial stuff in the world.
We'll find a way to edit it in. And also, as you mentioned, the big music festival, Token of Love, people enjoy it, as you said. And we said it before we rolled the camera. We can have events that not talk about business, just enjoy the events, right? It's a music festival. It's not a music festival where you do your sales pitch. No, we don't have panels at Token of Love, right?
Why?
Maybe we should.
I think you should shut the DJ down
Yeah.
at like 1 a.m. when everybody's in a great mood and have a 20-minute DeFi panel.
Yeah. No.
That's what you should do.
I think what the industry that's missing is like, we don't do sit down panels anymore. We have like a few people standing up with the drinks on their hands and start like actually having like debate until they fight. And then you stop it. And then you stop it. Of course you stop it because like,
they cannot actually fight.
Yeah.
Or they shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not an ideal PR thing you want to have.
It's like, no, it's just like panels these days like become too boring. It's just like everyone's talking about community and utility. It's
going to be very interesting how this whole thing plays out, right? Because the way, like, even like with Token 2049 brings all the crowd, and then you have like 600 side events.
Yeah.
And I, for example, I'm sorry to say this on camera, but I didn't even buy a Token 2049 ticket.
Yeah.
Right. And not because the conference is bad or anything. It's just like, I don't
do you
even
get
know
someone
when I
else
have
tickets
time.
to go in? Can you? No. Okay.
I hook you up. But it's like everybody has this need to do something, right? And it's very, very funny because like then you have, I mean, I don't know how about you, but like this week was a very inefficient week for me because I had to go back and forth, up and down, and then like you always have to hope that where you're going next is good, right? So which means like I don't go to small things.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a high risk that I'm going to be in a room with 8 people.
And you miss out and
I miss out on something, right? And that's why I go to big names because I at least know they can bring a crowd and they can bring probably good speakers or good people that are going to be there.
Which makes it very inefficient for the smaller...
Yeah. And then like the small startups, they all do their own thing. And it's just hard to justify like, hey, I'm going to go 1 hour there, spend 30 minutes in traffic, and then end up being where it's not relevant.
But they have to do something, right? What do you think? Like if they're having Token Dubai next year, most certainly they will. How would you change if you're in charge of the whole thing? Well, no one's in charge. Everything's decentralized. But if you can improve, the whole week, like how would you make it better? Just limit the number of side events to like 200?
I mean, it's hard to limit the side events, right?
I mean, because like ideally, what's the one way you can improve it?
Like I'm a big fan of this idea of having, like Token shouldn't do Token in a city,
right?
So I mean, Dubai is a good place because it's fancy and it's nice and a lot of people come through here anyway. But if I were a Token, I would go to the Seychelles or like something else, right? Where it's like. I don't have to
get stuck. You can't go anywhere.
Because like now it's like I can be in a place where, you know, no one has to fight for attendees, right? Like it will be natural selecting where people end up going. And here it's just too decentralized in a sense, right? Yeah. Because like, and everybody's fighting for eyeballs, right? Everybody's fighting for attendees. And then people end up spending a lot of money and do crazy stuff, which is good. But at the same time, it's also like, is that ROI positive? Right? Because when people think about what the money is spent here, it's like, what are we actually gaining from it? Right? And I think it's a problem I see generally in crypto, not just on the event side, but also on like the project side, the way they do marketing, the way they do stuff, right? Like very, very few things are thought through. Like, is this actually gonna make money, right? Because marketing is great and you can do all sorts of different things, but eventually like you need to get money back, right?
Yep.
Every dollar you spend, you should get something back, right? If you just spend dollars and dollars and nothing changes or like nothing substantially changes, like you're not doing a good job, right? And just blowing up Twitter followers, whatever people want to have, and just a bunch of pictures on where and like people in a room. I go to so many of these side events and I ask people just like out of fun, it's like, oh, by the way, who is hosting? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just got invited by a friend, right? Like, but like now you're actually spending money. You have people in a room and they still don't know like what's going on, which I think becomes a challenge, right? Yeah. And I think that's challenge that's not going to be fixed with an app or with another platform or whatever, but it's fixed with like initializing or like figuring out a production, right, in a place where you can give eyeballs to everyone, right, where you can bring people
like
together,
Burning Man style,
like almost like a Burning Man style type thing, right? I mean, that's why I love these type of things, even Tomorrowland, right? I mean, everybody is in this arena,
Yeah.
right? And that's where I would give people the space of like do stuff,
Yeah.
right? Do things, and then like you will have different things. Some people want to do pitch competition, some people want to do a DJ set, some people want to do whatever, right? Obviously, that's like a whole thing to do, but I think that's probably where, in an ideal world, this whole thing should go,
Yeah.
right? Because it will just be a lot more efficient at the end of the day. Because I mean, I've been to 300 something conferences now, and I don't think that what we're doing
And a
here
lot
is so
that is-
effective.
Yeah.
And it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, it's not cheap to do this stuff, right?
I think this also add on to like another problem that we have in the space right now is just like they can't justify the money they spend, so they have to pump the tokens, or like they have to they have to rush through the whole process to go to the TGE to get the return back.
Yeah.
Which is a complete opposite of like what the project should have done, right? So
yeah, because in crypto we're going away from like figuring out how we do revenue and how we get to profitability, and like blowing up numbers, social following, community, like all these like soft metrics are kind of like what people are getting excited about.
Yeah.
Right. Like people, I have 1 million followers on Twitter is more interesting than saying like I'm revenue positive, or like I'm profitable, which is crazy. Yeah. Right. What the hell? This is completely irrelevant, right? I mean, you can have 100 million followers on Twitter. If you're not able to monetize it, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, unless you're a charity or like something like that, is a different thing. But even then, right, you still need to have impact in a different way.
Yeah.
It might not fully like from a capital perspective, but there's an impact there. So I'll see how that turns out. I want to touch a little bit on like, I mean, we having a Red Bull now and all these different things. You guys do a lot of these type of, can I call it sponsorships?
Yep.
Like how is that working? Is this something you guys have put as a long-term strategy, or like how do you see that being important?
I think in the past we've seen other people have done it. We had not done it almost at all in the last few cycles. We've been pretty conservative in a way, so to speak, right? But I think in this cycle, we don't want to lose in a bull market. We want to stay competitive.
Yeah.
So we do feel like we need to get the brand out there. We want to be top 3. We want to be, if not the top, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's quite natural if we're thinking that way and then want to have some brand awareness. We pick the most popular sport and the most up and coming sport. That's like no brainer. Football, Formula 1. I mean, like, okay, it's not like you put your logo out there and then people will start. There's no conversion just, to justify that number. It's a crazy number. I don't even want to know the number, by the way. But I guess is a way where, just like French Open, right? You watch French Open, you wouldn't suddenly just go and open an account with BNP Paribas. I used to work with BNP Paribas, so I can.
Yeah, I've never done that.
No, yeah, but you would associate, okay, French Open, tennis, BNP Paribas. They've been sponsoring it for like.
What I have done though,
tell me,
is like I'm sometimes a victim to marketing.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, for example, I catch myself when I watch something like this and then I see Red Bull or like a McDonald's thing, right? Then like this thing I'm gonna order is McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
So like in that sense, it works because I constantly get reminded of the brand.
Well, exactly that. Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it start with like, again, like the global crypto adoption rate is what, like 5 to 8%. There would be another 92% of people seeing the Gates logo on Red Bull Racing's car and have no idea what it is. But it's more like a brand reinforcement in the next few years. Whenever the adaptions actually finally come, people was like, oh yeah, Gates IO, there's been around. They connected. They associate the brand with like all the successful teams in football and Formula 1, etc.
Yeah. I think for me, it's also when I see a company that's sponsoring stuff like this, for me, it feels like that's a solid company. Because everybody can imagine it's expensive, it's hard to get, it's not easy to do. Not everybody has the possibility to do so.
That's also right, but you can say it. I can't say it.
Yeah, you can say it. I can say it. But
it's almost feel like that. Oh, this is a company that can spend money, right?
Yeah, spend money is one thing, but it's just more like what is everybody looking for, right? Everybody's looking for just I would say trust in a way.
Yeah.
Right. And like all the companies that are there are established, strong, right? Otherwise they wouldn't be able to do so. Right.
Yeah,
and it's also like an image that like F1 has, right? So
exactly.
it's two-sided to an extent.
Red Bull Racing would not let our logos be on their car if we're not legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
I
we're
mean.
saying. Yeah.
And what I love, and I think that's why some of the stuff makes a ton of sense, is just take Red Bull as an example, right? How is Red Bull? What's on Red Bull's Instagram page? There's literally only extreme sport videos.
Yeah.
There's no post that says buy Red Bull, it's a great drink, and like you sit tired in a room and you drink a Red Bull and you wake up and it'd be like, let me crush the world, right?
Yeah.
None of this stuff. Like look at Patagonia, right? The clothing company.
Yeah.
What is on their Instagram? It's nature videos. It's mountain climbers.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what a lot of projects fail at doing marketing. Because if I look at a project's Twitter, right?
Yep.
Then I have complex things and like white paper screenshots and GM who's awake, right? I mean, all this stuff that like it blows
But also,
my mind.
this is a very interesting story about like Red Bull as well. Like they don't only sponsor sport teams. They want the sport teams to win and use the prize money to make them sustainable. So they're serious teams. Like every export they do, they're not just splashing money to them. So they're really serious about all the export they're in.
Which makes sense, right? Because that's what they stand for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like every time, and I think that's the way like marketing will eventually go. Like I don't think Gabe will not be like, oh, we're in exchange. Like look at our that's not the messaging you want to get out there, right?
Then that's what
it needs to be almost become like a lifestyle product.
You have my LinkedIn, right? So yeah, we're adults. We use LinkedIn.
Boomers.
I almost like never sell gates on my LinkedIn. I just want to genuinely share something that's interests me and I think people will be interested in. I did the skateboard videos, like nothing to do with Gates. Well, with the Gates logo there, but like I was just like, yeah, this is fun. People was like, yeah. Well, we used to do it sometime. Like, do you do skateboard?
I can do an ollie and I can do a
you better than me already.
Flick.
Yeah. So you know what I did is like Google or YouTube, find me the videos that's like people can do and look cool before they learn ollie.
Actually?
Yeah. There's actually 10 tricks. 10 tricks you can place before you know ollie. Then it's like, all right, that one's cool. Then I'll do that one. Yeah. But yeah, so these are things just like, it's not selling the brand. It's not even, it's more like people like me and in the way they associate me with the brand and they like the brand. That makes sense?
Yeah, no, I mean, I do the same thing. I basically never said, oh, we invest in, I mean, it's the same thing. Like we're just trying to create a lifestyle, create an experience.
Yeah.
That's how we launched events, right? That's how we did all this thing. It's not because, it makes money or like it's immediately that, but it's like if you iterate it over a period of time, it's the same thing. Like you put your logo on an F1 car, you're not making more money the next day.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But like you do it consistently over a long period of time. And there's a association, there's an experience, and then there's a stat, you have a certain like position, right, that you establish yourself. And I think that's what a lot of companies need to go through. And obviously, a startup cannot sponsor an F1 car. I get that. But then you need to figure out like other smaller
ways
things or like other ways to do it. And I think that's what really every marketing agency that's in Web3 really need to do a better job. Because like what these people are posting the whole time, it's just like, I wouldn't even read it. I don't understand who's even reading this content. I still don't get it, right? I mean, if I'm not reading this content and I'm working in this industry, someone who sits on the sofa, like you need to reach them. I'm
a optimistic guy. I guess just like with like all the problem that we talk about like in the last 30 minutes. with like people just like sending you random message. People don't know how to do like sales pitch, like they don't know how to do marketing. Is all because we're early in this industry, right? It's still really, really early after all these years. That's why we have all this problem. You walk into the bank, like banks like get everything's like so like perfectly, set in tones already, right? They have like a fucking 300 edited. Oh, by the way, they have freaking 300 people working on the marketing, and everything's like so organized already, right?
Yeah.
We're a little bit still in the mass, in a good way. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I love that you guys think very, very similar. Before we wrap up, I'd love to understand some of the stuff you're excited about, like, or anything you've seen that was exciting at Token 2049 here in Dubai.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, like I know like this is not a commercial time, but like I'm really seeing a good, like as I said, I've been around with Gates for like 2 years. It's already like improving a lot already.
It's impressive that you're only there for 2 years and everybody knows you. You've done something right.
Yeah, well, it feels like 20 years already by now, but and what I see, like even like we're Q2 already, oh my god, but like for this immediate year, I think there's a lot of change coming in that people feel like, oh my gosh, like, well, Gates doing this, or Gates is like achieving this. So really looking forward to that space. Second thing is like I just had a fireside chat with Yetsil. I'm a big gamer, by the way. So this year, GTA 6. So when it's out,
when is it launching?
I don't know. Like everyone's thing is this year. I don't think they can delay it anymore. They have to do it this year. So when that's out, I'm not traveling. You can't find me on LinkedIn. You can't find me on Telegram. I'll be just like
famous last words. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Where's Kevin?
Off the grid. GTA
He's
6.
away. He's in GTA 6.
GTA 6.
He will return.
And then I'll
soon.
And then I'll write a LinkedIn post about GTA 6 and it justifies it.
Sorry, I wasn't reachable for the last 2 months. I just became the best player on GTA 6, but now I'm back in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, there's well, I guess this is the immediate year where I see.
I'm so sorry, but literally what you said is going to be completely irrelevant because they just delayed it a year.
They just delayed it a year?
Yeah, I saw the story before you started. So I don't want you to say it and it's old.
I want this thing right now in the videos. What the hell?
Can you come on the camera and show this?
And
they literally delayed it
like,
for another year.
GTA 6 delayed.
Well.
For another year.
Yetsil and I was just talk about
so
it.
Much they cannot delay it another.
Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, well that's a wrap then. I guess like nothing to be exciting about this year. That's just it, right? I have no meaning of life this year. I don't know what to do next.
And you will see Kevin around traveling and responding to your messages.
Message
no problem.
No holiday. I'm not taking any days off now. Well, I cancel my holiday in the end of the year playing GTA 6. Oh, it's like, wow,
okay,
we really like ending this thing in a really low point. No, but can we make something up that we should be excited about this year? No, AI robot.
AI robot
will be
AI agent.
Non-binary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just throwing a couple of buzzwords in the end so it becomes a crypto podcast.
No,
DeFi.
I do DeFi, DePIN, design. No, generally speaking, I use more ChatGPT and Gemini these days than I Google search.
Oh,
which is amazing, right?
It's incredible.
Yeah, but like there are still people I talk to, they don't use AI in their daily life, which is
insane.
Alarming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
probably
that's
half my village.
Yeah, you have to go back to your village and teach them AI as well. That's amazing.
Crypto AI. I'm gonna reiterate this to every single person. Knock on doors.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's a really good podcast. I don't know how many footage that you use. So, yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But honestly, bro, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
We're doing more cool stuff together, and obviously we're happy to support. What's happening. Can I say it?
Yeah, sure.
Token of Love is coming to Singapore.
Okay, there we go. Yep.
And I hope you make us community partners again. So we can
we'll do. And
Hopefully you get a
Brent,
nice picture.
thanks for being here as well.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. So yeah, before we wrap this whole amazing conversation up, there's the one question that's burning in me.
Yeah.
What new listing is coming up?
On Gate.
Tell us, what's listing is coming up on Gate?
Okay, so you want an alpha
I need a
from
secret
me.
sauce to the TBV
You want
community.
the insider information to be publicly out there.
Ideally.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if my compliance team gonna kill me, but like
Probably.
the next imminent listing that we will have on Gates.io is
We'll get back to you.